Hello, 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 and welcome back to the College Alumni Tournament. For the championship game, we have a good one in store today. No one thought that this would be the matchup coming into the tournament, but today we have the number 2 seed, Ohio State, facing the 13 seed, Florida State, here in the final. We got a Super Bowl setting. The stage is set. Let's go ahead and look at these rosters one last time. All right, starting off with Ohio State, the higher seed, we got Justin Fields at quarterback, Ezekiel Elliott and Dobbins at running back. Trey Sermon will be rocking fullback. We got McLaurin, Michael Thomas, Olave, a bunch of other receivers. Tight end, Jeremy Ruckert. We'll just scroll over the offensive line. We got Decker, Norwell, Lindsey, Jackson, Myers, really solid offensive line. D-line, you already know about the pass rush. Chase Young, Nick Bosa, Cameron Hayward. We also got Joey Bosa moved to D-tackle to fill that hole. Linebackers, solid as well. Browning, Baker, Werner. One of the best cornerback duos in the whole tournament, Marshawn Lattimore and Denzel Ward. And then we got Hooker and Bell rocking safety. Kicker has been handed to them like they have been the entire series, but they do have a punter, though. Now looking at Florida State, we're going to start off with quarterback. You know him. Jameis Winston will be a quarterback. Dalvin Cook at running back. Cam Akers backing him up. Gabe Neighbors at fullback. Auden Tate, Bobo Wilson, Devonta Freeman are the wide receivers. Izzo at tight end. Offensive line. You know, somehow they've been holding up. I don't know how. Rodney Hudson's really the anchor. Everybody else kind of lackluster. They do have a good pass rush, though, for the most part. They got Josh Sweat at left end. Jermaine Johnson, the rookie, at right end. Noddy at D-tackle. Jones left outside. Derwin James has been fantastic at middle linebacker. They do run a 3-4, and so he's been a linebacker, and they will have Brian Burns at right outside linebacker, rushing the passer. Secondary is really solid. They got Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Rhodes, Ronald Darby at corner. LaMarcus Joyner at free safety, and P.J. Williams at strong safety, and they have Graham Gano, kicker, who's I think he's missed the most field goals, but he's also hit a couple 60-plus yarders, so he will be their kicker, and they have been handed a punter since they do not have one in the game, and those are the championship rosters. Now let's go ahead and get right into the game and see who comes out the champion of this tournament. The opening kickoff was accidentally simmed, but we are here for the first play of the first drive, and also joining me today, as usual, is my good friend, Miguel. Miguel, how are you feeling about this game, the championship matchup?
You know, as excited I am that we finally made it to the championship, I mean, it's a little sad. This is, this might be, kind of like the last time I commentated with you for a while, at least when it comes to football. So, it's a little sad, but again, the journey is what made it worthwhile, and so I'm glad we've had great games, and I expect this one to be no different.
I have to agree with that, but I mean, Ohio State already starting off with the ball and already moving down the field, already about midfield. They are easily the heavy favorites coming into this game. They've had a pretty easy path to this point, and I mean, most would say that it's a pretty easy way the whole way through, but I mean, the same could have been said for Alabama, where they got to. Florida State was able to upset them. See if they can pull it off here again today. They have been rolling Cinderella story for sure. They might not get another chance in future alumni tournaments to make it this far. So they got to capitalize here as Ohio State picks up another first down. They are cruising down the field so far in this opening drive.
Who's your pick for this game?
I got to go Ohio State. I mean, I said the same thing for Alabama, but they've just been cruising through the tournament. Florida State they got too many holes. But maybe Florida State can somehow pull it out. But if I'm a betting man and I'm playing money line, I'm picking Ohio State, and I think anybody in their right mind would do the same thing. People make bold predictions all the time, but if it's just 50-50, on the line. I'm taking Ohio State. But Florida State comes out with a stop. They will force a field goal attempt. And
it's barely good.
Yeah, just gets it through with the assigned kicker.
You know, I'd have to agree with you. And, you know, I'm going to go Ohio State. But I think our reasons are very different. The sole reason I'm going for Ohio State, because don't get me wrong, I'm a man that loves good understyle stories. But the sole reason I'm going for Ohio State is because James Winston is this Sunday.
So who do you think's going to win?
Ohio State.
But you don't want them to win.
I want Ohio State to win. I don't want FSU to win.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant.
Wait. That.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. I know sometimes my English is a little bad, but I mean, not that bad.
No, I'm just tired.
No, I don't know how Jameson's made it this far with his little Lamar Jackson cosplay in the first game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he should be here at all, but that's just my humble opinion.
You know, I think that is fair. I mean, it's been a wild ride for Florida State. Two completely different paths. Ohio State been favored in the home team in every one of their games. Florida State been underdogs and the away team in every one of their games. And, I mean, you look at it, Ohio State, I mean, they've pretty much blown out everybody they've played. Florida State, I don't think they've won by more than one score in any of their games. I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure all of them came down to the last drive, and they've just been getting by the skin of their teeth, which is usually the case with Cinderella stories like this. It's just a lot of luck. Don't think they win most of these games that they've played 9 out of 10 times, like Ohio State has, and probably would.
I still believe Georgia should be here.
I mean, that's tough. If you can't beat Florida State. Hey, but I'll tell you this, though. I do think Georgia will be back in future tournaments. They should improve. I'm looking at, I've been looking and see what the future tournaments could look like. We'll have some changes in those. A few new teams arising, a few falling out. But, I mean, we want to get to that if we get into any blowout material at any point in this game. Hopefully we have a really good game, but if it happens, it happens.
What a drop.
But I do think Georgia will be one of those teams that is on the rise. Big question mark for them is just quarterback, whether Stafford stays in the league, performs, or if he keeps his little decline, because he did have a big off year this year. But if he can get back up, then Georgia should be just fine.
You know who I hope doesn't get back up? Jameis Winston after that sack. But sadly, he is back to his feet. Chase Young, what a play.
He's had a monster tournament thus far. I think he had a game with 4 sacks. I believe that was against Clemson in the second round.
It's getting nice the first to making sure James can't break it. Beautiful play.
And that's going to set up a 4th down. Already forcing a punt. See if Ohio State can jump on Florida State early. That's something that most of these other teams that Florida State's played haven't been able to do, and I think that's been a major factor that's allowed Florida State to get in the game. Florida State's defense has also played a big part in them making it this far. A bunch of defensive touchdowns, a bunch of just turnovers in general.
Especially their star middle linebacker, Derwin James. Normally playing safety, but you know, ever since he's been moved to linebacker, he's just been a menace.
Yeah, and same with Jalen Ramsey, the other superstar on that defense. I think he finished out the last game against Alabama with like back-to-back picks on their last drive to ice the game.
Definitely hoping he can redo that performance again.
Yeah, they will need some stuff like that if they're going to beat this loaded Ohio State team.
Let's see if Fields and Company can convert here.
They will pick up the first right around midfield.
You know, Zeke having pretty good performances in this tournament as well.
We noticed there who the assigned head coach is for the 49ers. Fit pretty nice West Coast zone run offense for Florida State. That was the best scheme fit offensively, and disguised 3-4 They do run a 3-4 defense, so pretty even fit. I mean, you can't get much better than this. A bunch of other teams have been screwed over by the coaching search. That's just one of the costs of being an underdog, because we can't control both. But Florida State getting really lucky and assigned a coach that should help them out.
Why did bottom lip look like that?
Yeah, that's your coach.
And why our head coach got a bottom lip like that?
Oh, he had a receiver wide open at the top of the screen on a streak. Oh, but Florida State
fumbled.
Forcing a turnover, and he could be.
Burns is gone. He lost a little bit of steam right there. But what a play. That's going to be a game changer for sure.
And just as we just said it, Florida State's defense making big plays. It would be something if Florida State is able to take this tournament by storm and just take over.
If they do, this is definitely scripted. But this is
very
odd behavior.
You watch me do all of this. This ain't scripted.
This is very odd behavior from Fields. I didn't think I've ever seen. That is one thing I like to see though. Bosa, Nick to be specific, taking out Winston. But yeah, no, definitely Fields. I mean, Fields normally, he's willing to sling it, but that time, he had a guy wide open, but just choose not to, and that cost him. Possible blitz by Ohio State. Let's see what Winston and company can do here. Slings a quick one.
Nice out route for 4 yards.
I think it's about 4 that play. Let's see if they can convert here. Maybe get the touchdown. Young with another sack. This looks like going to be a big game for him. And Winston, he's trying to scramble.
That will send out Graham Gano most likely for potential game-tying field goal. So, that big defensive play by Florida State is going to likely result in 3 points for them. But 3 points isn't going to win you the game.
That's for sure.
Especially the way their offense just got stuffed the first drive. I mean, stuffed again right there. Luckily, they were able to get a big defensive play that put them in field goal range. But they can't rely on that the whole game.
I mean, if the offenses continue to play like this, it's definitely going to be a battle of the defense for sure.
I'd have to agree with that. Ohio State has shown the ability to move the ball, though, just a costly turnover their last drive. See if they can come out and bounce back.
FSU moving some guys around on the defense. Let's see what they can do here. Fields finds an open target. It is a tight end, and it does move the chain.
You've seen a lot of tight ends in this tournament just be really consistent, whether it be, both of these tight ends on both sides, fairly low overalls, but they've been leaned on by both of their teams as just reliable hands, outlet passes, check downs, and they've been doing a great job.
I mean, I'd have to agree. I think tight ends and running backs have been very underrated in the teams. And there is a flag on the play. I believe it is roughing the passer.
Good call out. I did not see that live. But Joshua can be called for the costly 15-yard penalty.
So let's see what company do here. Looking to patch it again.
Scramble.
He's taking himself. Oh, he's got a blocker.
Oh, and
he's got the first
ball.
But he fumbles. Somebody's got to pick it up.
Oh, Florida State jumps FSU. On top of it.
Yeah, Fields has got to be better about protecting the ball. If he would have slid, it would have been a good play, but he did not. This is a tough one to see from Fields. Let's see what Winston hopefully messes up. Oh, and he was close to getting sacked, but incompletion will have to do. Winston trying to escape, and he does.
He will slide.
This one got the burner from Big Ben. How do you think Winston has survived this long in this tournament?
I mean, he's just played really well. We've seen a lot of higher overall quarterbacks come out and underperform. Jameis has done, as we think we see a false start right there. But Jameis has done a great job all tournament. I mean, he's been put in some tough situations like game one. He had a playbook that did not match his scheme, but was somehow able to prevail over Oklahoma. And it's just been a lot of that. He almost throws a pick right there. But kudos to Jameis for making it thus far. Playing really good football. Hits a check down out route right there for 6 yards to make it 3rd and 9.
It's going to be interesting to see if they can convert here. I'm thinking the lead would be huge, if not upsetting.
That would be big for Florida State. You don't want to have to play from behind against a team like Ohio State. You will throw one up incomplete. Great coverage there by Ohio State. See, Florida State can pin them deep here. Right around the 20-yard line.
Resuming the snap, finds the drag, and he also finds the first. Has to power through it, but he gets it.
Power through 3 defenders right there.
Play action. Dumps it off to the back. He takes it for a good chunk of yards.
I believe that was Sermon, the fullback. Natural running back, but listed as fullback to fill the hole. It makes a great play there. Getting the first down.
Let's see what Fields does here under center. Hands it off to Zeke, who gets only about a yard on that play. Oh, he slings it, and the tight end gets the first. I mean, like you were saying earlier, definitely the tight ends, despite low overalls, are very reliable. And so it is good to see that that trend is still continuing this game.
No,
you know,
Zeke, a big
reliable hole. Zeke getting a big run right there.
And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter, tied up 3-3. I will say that I do think Ohio State has played better than Florida State outside of those 2 costly turnovers. If it weren't for those, Ohio State could easily be up multiple scores. See if they can go up here. Fields are running it again. He better get down, and he does. Gain of just about 3 or 4 there.
Going under center. Hands it off to Zeke, who breaks a tackle and tries to fight. Makes it 3rd and 4 on the 12. You know, you don't give a turnover. It's at least guaranteed a field goal if they cannot convert. A little play action.
Fields going to scramble and get
I'll
nowhere.
be honest, I think he should have taken off earlier. There was a nice hole where he was originally planning to go. But as soon as he decided to take off, that's when the D line shifted. You know, I think he should have taken off earlier if that was his plan. It was a good play by the defense. Not so good for Fields.
That's going to bring out the field goal unit to attempt a field goal to take the lead. It is up. It is good. So Ohio State back in front. See if Florida State's offense can finally get something going. They've been very stagnant thus far. Not many opportunities, but I mean they haven't held on to the ball very long either. You got to sustain a drive here.
FSU getting a pretty decent return to the 29.
Well, Freeman's done a great job this tournament. Nobody's been able to take one for a touchdown, but Freeman's done a good job consistently getting to the 25 or better on his returns. I mean, I haven't even been playing that close attention, but he's just somebody that's just been standing out to me in special teams for Florida State. James back on the field. Immediately going to take off, and he will get tracked down by Joey Bosa for the sack. Loss of 2.
7-12. This is definitely score-wise pretty low right now. It's looking like a pretty decent stalemate between the two teams. Once again, the snap. Little throw on the run. Goes to the tight end who almost gets the first, but it was a little short. It was 3rd and 2.
See, they can run the ball past this stout D-line. If they try to pass, they will try to pass. He's got the tight end. James going to take it himself, and he will fumble the football.
Man, everyone is fumbling today. Oh, there's a flag on the play.
Oh, and that's going to be against Joey Bosa. But it was after the fumble occurred, so it will just push them back.
This is definitely interesting. 2nd and 5.
You know, I respect Jameis trying to scramble out and do it himself. I mean, he got past the marker, but I mean, just didn't have enough room to slide after he got there. Was running full head of steam. Just couldn't get down. Fumbles the football, like we've seen Fields do already twice today. But he did have the tight end open on the curl route right in front of him. Should have been a surefire first down, but instead turns the ball over to Ohio State, who's already in Florida. I mean, they've been in Florida State territory, but great field position for them.
Let's see what Fields does here. Will he pass it or will he hand it off to Zeke? Oh, it's a play action. He's decided to take it himself, but he, again, not going down. This is definitely not the move.
Yeah, we've seen that cost other quarterbacks in this tournament before.
Nice little sling. Oh, hit stick right there. That could have been a fumble.
Actually ends up pushing them forward for a couple more yards. Zeke, another hole. Picks up another first down, and they are inside the 10. Chance to go up 2 scores with a touchdown.
Take a look at the replay. Hands it off to Zeke and just runs through the hole, powers through. I mean, a solid run. Here.
Over the moon.
Almost throws a pick.
Tries throwing it over the middle.
That would have been a little scary.
And now they go up to the ground. get about 5. 3rd and goal from the 4.
I mean, I say if Zeke could get 5, then hand it to him again.
And they're giving him a good running look. Very wide. They send 3. Fields back of the end zone, and he finds a receiver. Michael Thomas.
What a touchdown.
Right over the coverage. Clearly zone coverage, and just found the hole behind the zone.
You know, finally, after going through the first quarter, you know, with no touchdown, we finally get one here the second quarter.
And it is a big one to go up 2 scores.
For the extra point here.
Definitely still early. But Florida State looking like they might be running out of magic.
13-3, 10-point game. I mean, I hope that's the case. Because if Florida State somehow does this in a real story and come back, I will be frustrated. And again, I know I helped you with these teams.
Oh.
This will be scripted. Oh, you fumbled. But there's a flag on the play. Well, this is going to be an interesting one to see.
Also couldn't see him. Could he have been down as well? I'm not sure. It was a bit of a weird animation. Very well could have been up.
Let's see the verdict here.
Now he looks down to me.
I'd have to agree. He's definitely down. But
and they will also review it.
But I am curious too what that flag was, because it also said flag on the play. So I'm curious if that's gonna be a factor.
So a lot to uncover here, a lot to unpack. But he does clearly seem to be down right there. That should be overturned. See if that flag is still gonna stand. All depends on when it was thrown. If it was after the recovery, then it'll just be picked up. I think that might be the case.
He wants to go for here. Hands it off to Dalvin. Back-to-back plays with a flag.
Weren't they just coming from the other direction, though?
Maybe it could be a different camera angle we're looking at. Yeah.
I mean, I guess, but...
Oh, Cook had the lane there. I don't know what he's doing.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but 2nd 16.
Yeah, no, they were coming from the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely a weird predicament here. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, it doesn't have any impact on the game, so we'll let it ride. Jameis powering for a first down.
What are they doing? Strip him. Pause. Damn it. This is not what I need. I need sleep, Taco Bell, and James Winston to fumble the ball. Hey, look at the replay. James Winston somehow finding the power to take out 2 guys.
I mean, he is about 6'5", over 230 pounds, I believe.
Hands off to Cook.
Oh, face mask there. Dalvin's about to hit the hole.
This is a flag-heavy game today. I don't know if we've seen this many flags in one game.
I don't know that we have either. Seen a false start, a couple holdings, at least one holding. And now a face mask.
I mean, I guess it's really going to happen during any game. It's going to happen in the championship. Oh, he had the hole right there, but he hesitated, and he only gets 2 yards right there.
Cam Akers in for Cook on that play.
Oh, the play gets blown up. Akers only gets about a yard on that one. Let's see if they can convert. Tries to do a little throw on the run, but Winston cannot connect. And now they go for the field goal.
51-yard or 52-yard attempt. And it is good. Brings it back to a one-possession game. But again, Florida State's going to have to find a way to get into that end zone. They're going to need to. They're going to stay in this game.
Definitely, you're definitely not wrong there. Trying to get him to about 26. Let's see what Fields and company can do here. Can they extend the lead and keep it? Or will they crumble? Hands it off to Zeke, who breaks the tackle, gets about 3 on that play. And it's Zeke again, who, stiff arms a man and continues to get good yards. This is definitely a good game for Zeke.
Definitely been one of the standouts of this Ohio State offense throughout the tournament. Nothing new here today for him.
He goes this here. Looks for the pass. Throws it to the drag. Drag breaks the tackle. Even gets the first.
Michael Thomas on the reception there. Like you said, picking up that first down.
For the pass. Tries to escape but gets sacked before he can. Good in. What a play. This here. Hands it out to Zeke, who only gets about a couple yards on that play. Receives a snap, and he swings it down.
Deep ball wide open.
Oh, what a touchdown! Had green grass ahead of him, took advantage of it, and got the touchdown. Chris Olave.
This not looking good for Florida State right now. All the time in the world to throw. Perfect ball.
This could be bad memory, but is this one of the few touchdowns Olave has had this tournament?
I cannot recall him having a previous touchdown, but that's not to say he doesn't have one. I'm sure he does with all those.
I didn't want to say this was the first one. I figured I was wrong, but this is definitely one of his few for sure.
We've not called his name as much as guys like McLaurin and Michael Thomas, and even Ruckert for that matter.
I mean, hey, if you're gonna pick a time to show out, do it for the championship. 20-6. I'm glad at least FSU made it to 6 points, just in the off chance that that would have been a 28-3 score.
That's a very good point, especially with the team that represents Ohio State just being in the situation. Even though they would not have had the 3. which is good.
Winston under center. Good pass. Oh, he somehow breaks. Oh, he could not break that one, and he fumbles. And Ohio State picks it up. Von Bell with the recovery. What a play. I thought Winston was going to get lucky again and somehow survive that. But he dropped the ball, and Ohio State picks it up. Definitely not looking good. For a championship game, this might be a blowout pretty quickly. See what Ohio State does here with a new chance. Throws one to McLaurin. Scary Terry getting the first. Fields going under center. First and 10 on 13. Looking to pass yet again. Throws it to Michael. Is that Olave?
That is Olave.
Oh, that's crazy. I've done it a lot of times. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the 2-minute warning. It is 20-6, but the score might increase here in a second.
Is he able to reach for it? He was.
And Zeke, the Beast, gets the touchdown. What a game.
Pushes the lead to 3 scores now. For Florida State's sake, I mean, they do get the ball to start the second half, but you've got to put some kind of points on the board here to close the half to give yourself a realistic chance. See the replay right there. Zeke crossing that line. And they will take the extra point. It is good. 21-point game in favor of the Buckeyes right now.
FSU getting a return. Hopefully gonna make a definite big change for the remaining part of this game. See if they can come back. Winston has a mind. Throws one to Cook, but only gets a couple yards out of it. Oh, throws it to Cook again. Looking at 3rd and 3. Let's see if they can convert. Maybe he goes back to Cook. Oh, but he will go to the ground and instead. Gets sacked. Chase Young having himself a day.
Is that his 3rd sack of the day?
I believe it is. Definitely not good for Florida State. Got some changes here. Fields gonna try to take it himself. Tries to break the tackle when he gets about 3 right there, though. Oh, with a first down. Fields, looking at scramble in the pocket. Throws a quick one, though. The receiver gets speared by Derwin James, however.
Still able to hold on to the football. Chris Olave there. Having himself a day out of the slot.
He's going to sling it again. A nice little throw on the run to the tight end. A little toe drag. Swag.
And able to get out of bounds, too. It's huge with no timeouts left. And they'll go ahead and try to take their 3. And it is good.
30-6 is your score. And definitely second half will be filled with various topics not football related, especially with the way this game is going.
Definitely gonna have to see how Florida State comes out of the half. And we've seen some big changes coming out of the half before. They're just gonna take a knee right here and try to reset.
Probably the smartest thing we've done all game.
So for a team that's just been getting by this tournament by the skin of their teeth, this is not where you want to be. They are not built to come back in situations like this. But we will have to see how it pans out in the second half. There's a reason we play the games. We will be back for the second half. And we are back for the second half of this pretty one-sided affair between Ohio State and Florida State in the championship game of the college alumni tournament.
Definitely not an exaggeration there.
Florida State going to get the ball first. I think you gotta, it's already not looking good. I think you gotta come out and score a touchdown to start this half. Jameis throws on the run, somehow finds the guy.
And they almost started this half with a pick. Hands it to Cook. Tries to spin, but gets no yards out of that play. Definitely Cook having a slow day, especially compared to Zeke.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits of having an offensive line. And that is going to force a punt already.
Gee, Coach, we're losing by a good bit. What do we do? I got the ultimate weapon at hand. The read option.
Not been Florida State's friend at all this tournament.
And which is why it's humorous and crazy to me that they decided to go for it with that play. Oh, flag on the play. Holding on Von Bell, you hate to see it.
Going into this tournament, Ohio State was one of the top 3 favorites. One of the top 2, actually. It was just them and Alabama at the top. That's why they got their 2 seed, where they had the benefit of playing lower seeds most of the tournament, and the higher seeds, like LSU, ended up getting knocked off before they could play each other. But this is no surprise that Ohio State is likely going to come away with the championship. Alabama was the only other team that really, they were probably the favorites, that had a big shot at winning this.
I think it's just disappointing to see a team like FSU, definitely the underdog, definitely has had a close games every single game of the tournament, to just now come out and get blown out by a huge proportion.
Hey, it happens. You look at college football this year, TCU, this is good for you as a Georgia fan, but I mean, TCU had a really good season. Severe underdog coming into the year. I don't think they were ranked in the preseason polls. Makes it to the playoff and just gets curb stomped by Georgia. Very similar story here today.
I guess you got a point with that one. Oh, Zeke getting the ball in about 3 yards. He has 100 yards on the day, though, and a touchdown. Definitely more than can be said for Dalvin Cook on the other side. Oh, but now Fields wants some rushing yards too, even though it's causing some fumbles. Man, you know it's crazy when Fields is more rushing yards than Dalvin Cook is more.
Again, one of the benefits of having an offensive line and going against a defense that just isn't as good as the other one. I mean, Fields going against Florida State's defense, Dalvin having to go against stout Ohio State defense.
I got a topic for you, kind of not part of football, but I got Chick-fil-A today, right? Don't Chick-fil-A normally got like the square ice cubes, right?
Sure.
I got some ice cubes I've never seen before from Chick-fil-A, and I don't know what's going on.
Ice is ice.
It's not even ice cubes; it's ice rectangles. But see, it does matter. Like ice is ice, yes, but it matters because one is significantly easier to eat than the other. Yeah, it was my rant.
All right.
That's what they'll do to convert here. I hand it off to Zeke. That was pretty much, I think, the best option, and it works out.
I'm excited to see what these teams look like in future tournaments, though. Obviously, I don't know that Florida State will be able to top this tournament run that they've had this year. Not many breakout players in this since these rosters were made, and also not many elite rookies coming in after this year. Ohio State, though, they could look a little different next year. C.J. Stroud could come in and take over at quarterback for them. There's a hole for Zeke, and he'll get it inside the 5. Another guy that could potentially play a key role for Ohio State in the future is offensive tackle, I believe his name is Paris Johnson. I think he could start at right tackle potentially next year, depending on what his overall is. Right now, they just have a low 70 there right now. Let's see who else does Ohio State have coming into the league. Those are really the only spots that I think could produce a starter next year, unless somebody has a breakout season. But there is one team that, Miguel, I mentioned to you pregame that, I mean, the way it sits right now, I haven't done my in-depth research yet, but due to 2 quarterback retirements in this, after this NFL season that we just had, I don't think Michigan is going to have a quarterback in next year's Madden, which is one of, I do fillers for certain positions, but quarterback is one of the ones that I do not do replacements for. I mean, for obvious reasons, the usage of the quarterback is very high, so I just don't think it's fair for the other teams to have to go against a random quarterback and him somehow do good. It just wouldn't be, there'd be an asterisk next to it if they won anything special. You can't have that knocking out potentially deserving teams in the tournament. So Michigan, well, it was a 9 seed this year. They might not be making it next year.
I mean, do we think that Tom Brady stays retired, though?
I do. I think he's done this time. And while we were talking, Ohio State does just pick up 3 points right there. Yes, I think Tom Brady is done. And with that, I mean, then you get into the conversation of who could potentially replace him. Michigan. I mean, didn't expect it to be the exact same 16 teams in next year's tournament. I mean, I like the build of Mississippi State, but they got curb stomped by Alabama in their first game, so I think potentially replacing them, giving another team a shot. There's a few that I got my eye on. All just depends on how players develop, what their new overalls are in the next Madden, and what these rookies are looking like coming in. A lot of teams that had a lot of talent just didn't have enough people to fill enough spots. Dalvin will find a hole there and pick up. Oh, he's still going.
Oh, probably the first time today he's had like a really big run like that.
Yeah, that's going to get his average up to about 5 yards.
Oh, no. Solid run. See what else he does here. Oh, he gets sacked and loses the ball. And it's going to be a scoop to score. Chase Young taking it to the top. Yeah, this one's over.
And I think that might solidify him as a potential player of the game candidate, if he wasn't already one. That being, I don't know if he got, I don't think he got the sack there, but at least 3 sacks, I believe, and a scoop and score touchdown.
You know, I'd be willing to give it to him. The only other person I could think, maybe Olave.
Elliott's also had a solid game.
That is true.
See, this is, obviously you see the scoreboard. This is why I would have rather seen Alabama versus Ohio State. I know that's what everybody would have guessed, and it wouldn't have been anything special. So a lot of people might like this underdog story, but when they come out and do this, drop a goose egg, I mean, they still got 6. But when they come out and crap the bed in the championship like they have today, it just makes you wonder what a game between Alabama and Ohio State would have looked like.
I mean, I see what you mean. I'd have to agree.
Same with LSU and Ohio State. I really wanted to see that matchup too. It would have to been in the Final Four, but that didn't happen.
Yeah. Let's see how Winston messes up this time. There might be
there. Oh no, just short.
Oh, empty backs, yeah. Yeah, not the smartest move. My personal opinion. Oh, but what do I know? Oh no, wait, I do, because you're losing 40-6. Look at this. Good, sir. How's your day?
It has been good. I'm tired. Worked already.
Okay.
Did some homework. Ate lunch and now I'm here.
Yeah, I got to do homework after this game. I have to create 3 different video game characters and then make a mood board. I'm not excited.
You guys have been sticking with us this tournament, though. Watching us the games. Go ahead and drop a team that you would like to see in the next college alumni tournament in the comments. I know that many people watch these, but you know, if you do and you leave a comment, there is a high possibility that we see it and potentially throw your team into the next college alumni tournament next year in the next Madden. Something to think about.
So what you're saying is if I comment with Georgia State,
there's got to be a team that has a legit shot to put a team together. Georgia State has who? Albert Wilson?
it's a good question. Oh, what
Florida
a!
State. No, nope, drops the ball.
I was gonna say what a dot, but it was dropped. That one kept going nowhere with that guy.
I'm really wondering how Florida State beat Alabama after watching this. Actually, no, I remember. Alabama just had a bunch of stupid mistakes, and Florida State actually played a half-decent game.
You think FSU gets a double-digit score before the end of this game?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll take your 3 right here. 48-yarder is good. So yeah, all they need is one more of those, and they crack double digits. Don't see the point of kicking right there. But I mean, I guess they already know the game's over.
I mean,
31-point lead.
At this point, make it a mercy rule.
I do low-key want to talk about some potential teams that I've thought about potentially adding. It's just that I do also want to make like a little off-season video to like kind of build it up a little bit and talk about those teams as well, like a little off-season video, even just updating teams that are in this tournament that might not even make the next tournament, just like have a bubble picture of like teams that are on the bubble, teams that could make it, and the upgrades they made.
Okay.
You know, we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh, Zeke, what a... Oh, my God! Oh, I thought he was taking it to the house. If he was able to stay up, that was all his. I mean, Zeke with an amazing game today. I think him and Chase Young are, I would say, are my two MVPs. I think he tripped right there. He really could have taken it if he wanted to. Little play action. Takes the check it down. Check down gets the first. Ladies and gentlemen, throw your balls. Oh! The fourth quarter has arrived. "15 minutes more of this massacre." Oh man. What a great way to end the season. Field going under center. A little formation change. Oh man, looking to spice things up. And he slings it to Olave, I believe. What a pass. Nice little hit the drag. Gets the first. I don't know about y'all, but I sense a touchdown coming soon.
Olave uncovered in the slot. Had him off the snap. Still going to throw it up to him.
Oh, I thought you just snagged on him. You getting a yard on that one. Oh, fullback dive. Almost gets the touchdown, but not quite. And 1 yard. I said go for it. I mean, it's not like you got anything to lose. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. We want you to go for it. We do. Please go for it. We do. Want you to go for it. We do. Oh, y'all are some cowards. We'll take that 3, making it 43-9. Ethan, you mind waking me up when we get to the end of the fourth?
I mean, no. You gotta sit here and keep me company. I can't watch this by myself.
Man, you could take a nap too. We just let the viewers watch in peace. FSU not come back. It's cute that Winston thinks there's a game plan that can save them. It's about 5 yards on the drag. So you like jazz?
Not particularly. No jazz.
Shout out to GOAT Barry B. Benson.
The legend himself.
I don't know why FSU just hasn't packed their bags. You know, Winston having himself a decent day when it comes to throwing on the run. Let's look at a tick of himself, but he gets sacked by both Bosa brothers. Second and 14. This is a tough one to watch. Winston's somehow not getting sacked. Oh, but Cook only gonna go 4 on that play. This is depressing.
Intercepted. Was that a fumble? I was not paying attention.
Whatever it is.
It was a pick. I knew it.
What a pick. This is depressing. I really just want to take it out now. Like, you know, this game is going bad when it wants to put me to sleep. He'll take it himself.
Fields play action. He's going to take off with it. He will go down. Josh Sweat there picking up half a sack.
Losing about a yard there, 3rd and 15. Not the greatest look for them. But you know they have like 43 points to
Take off again. And he'll slide. 10 rushes for 84 yards. That'll bring up 4th down. See what they do here. Don't know if they have the leg for a field goal. They might attempt it anyway, though. We'll see if they decide to go for it and chew some clock. They will elect to kick.
The kick is up. The kick is good. 46-5 is your score. This is a tough one, dude. Just a massacre unfolding. And that's Zeke. You know, we finally get to the last 3 minutes of this game. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize if you think this game was kind of lackluster. With big blowouts, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, both teams fought to get here, and FSU was just not the better team this time around. So we're going double back set here. This one's a quick one. In about 8 seconds, we'll receive the 2-minute warning. And that moment is here. 2-minute warning. As he receives it. Let's see if they'll just run it or pass it for the rest of the game. We're gonna throw it. Oh, I'm throwing a pick on that one. That was a spinner anyway. That's one out. That was a dot. A quick dot to Cook. Almost. That was a very tight window there. The pass is broken up. Winston trying to scramble out of there. Oh, almost throws a pick. That was scary. Oh, almost got a touchdown. Devontae Freeman was close. Man, what a play.
After that huge play there, sorry for the little inconvenience. I had to take a phone call. Miguel held it down while I was gone, but I mean, the game was basically over anyway. There's a huge chunk where I was not available. And Florida State able to get in the end zone. Look at them go. First touchdown of the day. There you go, Miguel. I told you they'd get double digits.
You know, it was about to be that they weren't. You know it too, it was close.
a nice little pity touchdown to Florida State. I hate that I had to take a phone call during that.
I hate that. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I almost fell asleep.
Some insurance stuff had to be taken care of after somebody killed my car.
Yeah, the car deserved it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Chill. Tanklin was a legend.
I'm sorry. All that matters is that you're okay.
Indeed I am. Thank the Lord.
I thank the Lord this one's about to be over.
Also true, not been the most entertaining game.
If I almost fall asleep, that's bad.
And that will do it. Triple zeros. The champion has been crowned. The Ohio State Buckeyes are your college alumni tournament champions for Madden 23. As we see them celebrate on the field, handshakes all around. Well deserved. They just cakewalked straight through this tournament. Never really found a team that could match up with them. Largely due to some upsets. They had a pretty easy path, if you ask me. But I mean, that's just how the bracket ended up. Really wanted to see some of those big time games. Maybe next year. Who knows? Maybe we'll do some just exhibition games, some big time matchups.
Just to see what it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, this is the last tournament with Tom Brady in it. Maybe we match up like Ohio State and Michigan and do the game, or LSU and Alabama, SEC rivalry. Just to hold us over until the next Madden, when we get to do this all over again. Congrats to Ohio State, though. Well deserved. Put together a really solid team. And were able to come away with the championship. Final score 43-16. Let's look at the player stats. I think we already know who player of the game is going to end up being. See, Fields had a really solid day. Only 4 incompletions. 2 touchdowns. Zeke, 163 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Almost 5 yards a carry. Olave, great game. 110 and a touchdown. Defense. Oh, Derwin James, 25 tackles. That is insane.
Man, if there's an MVP for the losing team, it'd be him.
Yeah, Chase Young, 3 sacks, including fumble recovery for a touchdown. I don't know. I mean, Bosa also had 3.5 sacks. I don't think that half a sack beats Chase Young out for player of the game. So I think it's either between Zeke or Chase Young. Who do you got the championship MVP going to?
I'm willing to give it to Chase.
I'm too. I think that's 3 sacks and a scoop and score is more rare than 163 and a touchdown. Even though Zeke did have a great tournament, so did Chase Young. Chase Young honestly might be defensive player of the tournament for Ohio State. He came to play almost every game. But that is all we have in this one. Really great all-around tournament. Couldn't close out with a great game, but it's overall the same. It's in the books. We weren't here for good games. We were here for who's the best team, and that team is revealed. Ohio State coming out on top in this one. And with that being said, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully that is the college basketball alumni tournament in 2K. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.
Peace.